90% of dudes rapping, they ain't nice as me. 98% ain't live the same type of life as me. The judge gave me life and then they sent me where the life is be. That level 4 with depth and vice, the type of stuff they like to see. Two choices, fight or flee. I refuse to die a chump. I never been a mark, but damn, it's scary when that riot jump. I seen dudes cry, get pumped, and some sexually brutalized. Knew a dude who lost his life and he was only doing 5 year-long racial fights when homie all you do is ride. Lonely days and nights up in a hole causing suicide. From the moment you arrive, you see the Mexican mafia, AB skinheads with big giant swastikas, pro-black philosophers, the BGF, the Kumi, and Muslims who will murk you from the nation to the Sunni. That MS was loony, quick to ride up on they rival. Even Christians went to church, hide knives up in they Bible. Political and tribal, the Crips and Don moves, the Long Beach, the Hubs and the Dubs and the Grooves, the IE, the Bakersfield, the Dago Pyrus, the hustlers quick to roll, the gangsters don't move.
Say what's cracking, YouTube? It's your boy 16 to Life, and I'm back like I'm on a parole violation. Yard down! For those of y'all that's new to my page, in 1994, I got arrested. I was eventually sentenced to 16 years plus life, and I served 24 years straight in the California prison system. Yeah, that's me gassing on that intro song right there. And if you want to get that song, you can purchase it on a 10-song EP that you get directly from me on a digital download link. If you're interested, hit me up on my email, 16tolifemusic@gmail.com, Cashapp, PayPal, or Zelle me $20. I'm going to get it to you ASAP. If you want to check out more of my music, go to my YouTube playlist, scroll down to gas stations, or type in 16 to Life gas stations, and you can hear much more of my music there. Now let's hop right up into this video, man. So yeah, you see the title, Did Munchie B Diss the Raza? So recently it has surfaced some old tweets that Munchie B put on his Twitter account, right? So the reason I'm saying did Munchie B diss the Raza, because Munchie B is saying that he doesn't remember posting these Twitter accounts, right? So first, let me say this, right? I'm not extremely familiar with Twitter or a lot of these things, man. So I had to go do some research to give myself a chance to be a little bit more informed on what I'm talking about. Now, let me say this first and foremost out the gate, right? In the event Munchie B did put them tweets out, whether he can remember it or not, it is definitely 100% across the line, right? It's definitely fouling out of bounds, because if he did do it, and I'm saying if, it's ironic that recently he was on a rapper by the name of P-Face for pretty much doing the same thing, making some derogatory comments or statements. And of course, then he was recently on Lucky from Hoodstock, you know. In the short information, in the short research of the information that I did, right, I believe that P-Face, who happens to be a Mexican rapper, I believe he's a Southsider, he made some derogatory statements against blacks when he was 12 years old. He says he no longer feels that way. He apologized, but you know, Munchie B, from the research that I seen, you know, he wasn't relenting. He wasn't giving him a pass. He was on it. You know, he was very upset. He was demanding, you know, some of his homies, or he had a homie who would take some fades for him or something along those lines. Like I said, I'm just doing some quick information, right? Because I think a lot of individuals assume that we as content creators, and especially me myself, I stay abreast and aware of all these things. No, I didn't happen to even see this till late last night around 2 o'clock in the morning, right? And so, like I said, I want to research a little bit, and so I'll know a little bit at least what I'm talking about, right? And so the thing of the matter is this here, like I said, man, if Munchie did it, we see Munchie feeling disrespected over racial slurs and derogatory slurs that are aimed at the race as a whole, as opposed to maybe if this gang has a feud with this gang and this gang just happens to be from a different color, then it's not dissing the gang. It was shots taken at a whole race. So in the event Munchie B done that, Munchie B then is guilty of the same thing that he has been basically up in arms about, going haywire about over, you know, over the comment made by P-Face and over the comment made by Lucky. Now, these in Munchie B's, not necessarily in his defense, because I'm not trying to defend him. I'm just trying to be fair. So let me say, in fairness to Munchie B, right? These tweets on a Twitter account are from, I believe, 2015, right? And so he has never denied making them from everything that I could see. He just pretty much said, I do not recall making them. Then, I seen some information where he was saying at the time, 2015, the hood that he's from didn't even have any beefs with Hispanic gangs or whatever, right? So he's pretty much saying, that doesn't really sound like me. Why would I tweet that, so on and so forth, right? But like I said, at the end of the day, man, we have to show the respect to others that we want the respect shown to us. So once again, if he did make those tweets, then of course that's 100% foul, 100% out of line to disrespect another group or entire race along racial lines. Now the tweets that are said that he made are calling them beaners and talking about going to his normal beaner movie theater or things like that along those lines, right? And so, there's no excusing that, right? Because I've often said on my page that, nobody should make a blanket statement disparaging an entire race. But anyway, let's hop into we got where they're going to be talking about it on No Jumper. I guess they went and dug up the tweets or the thing or whatever on Twitter, because like I said, I'm not familiar with that. But once again, let me say this, to my understanding, he was not sending a text to somebody. To my understanding of what Twitter is, if Twitter is a public platform, when we address and speak on others as an entirety, we definitely do not want to be disparaging, disrespectful, and things of that nature, right? So let's hop into where they're discussing this on No Jumper.
During that time.
Yo, we just were reading those tweets, and we were like, it's like a weird Twitter account. So we were just trying to figure out if that was actually your Twitter account back in the day.
No, that is MP_Carnal. That's my Twitter account, but I don't remember tweeting no shit like that, bro. No.
Now, I can't speak for the individuals on the panel why they're laughing, right? He says he can't remember tweeting anything like that, and everybody bust out laughing, right? So I don't know if they're laughing because to them it seems absurd that he can't remember or what. So I just wanted to put that out there.
Cause like Dre kind of she come out from some movie theater and like that, bro. Look, and I even had her go down the Twitter timeline. She can't find that.
It says it's from 2015, and the first one says Mexicans playing that beaner music, and then the next one says I'm going to my same beaner. I feel bad saying this over and over, but
that's like the N-word.
Okay, I'm not going to say it anymore. I'm going to my same B-word ass movie theater I always go to.
Now, once again, in the event, like I said, he did tweet those things, and that's 100% foul. In all fairness, though, it was from 2015, and so I don't know how old he is now, right? I'm assuming he's maybe in his early 30s, so maybe, I don't know, maybe 11 years ago, he was in his early 20s, so a younger, immature person, a gang member. Once again, not making any excuses, but who knows, in the event he did tweet those, how his thinking has elevated. Like I said, only Munchie B knows, how he feels. So I'm just putting that out there, because once P-Face, who was 12 years old, he said, hey, I was 12 years old, man, I don't think like that. And so, I'm just throwing that out there, like I said. But at the end of the day, who knows how Munchie really feels outside of Munchie.
I don't need N-words bouncing up on me thinking they Eazy-E or some shit.
I don't get that.
That ain't even how I talk. Look, I'm telling you, I had somebody go up and down that timeline because that is my whole Instagram, right? I mean, my whole Twitter, but I don't recall tweeting nothing like that. And then why it ain't there when my folks go back and look for it?
I don't. Nathan claims that he's seen it with his own two eyes.
Munchie Luther King is hilarious.
So Nathan went on my old shit and he seen it.
I think he verified before he saw it.
No, because the screenshots I heard was already. But I'm saying, but is it authentic though? Because not is it authentic?
We just authenticated it. Yeah, he just pulled up the original.
So it seems almost like every time Munchie has something to say, everybody busts out laughing. So I don't necessarily think that they are laughing at the statement that he made, or the statement that's being alleged that he made or tweeted or whatever it's called, the disrespectful statement toward, the Mexicans, right? So I don't know if people just know Munchie and they happen to find him funny, or like I say, they find funny that he's not saying, yeah, that was me. I don't know what it is, but it seems like every time he says something, you get laughter.
Weed.
Yeah, it's real.
Wait, but,
Hold on.
and it is a picture of you for the profile. Yeah.
Luther King.
That's hilarious, right?
You better all saying. Yo,
Just say you was hacked, bro. You was hacked. Yeah.
We said something.
Yeah.
You got hacked, homie.
Great minds.
Hey, look. I had Drea go up and down there earlier and she didn't find that.
Man, you got some whoa, you have like a lot of engagement. Like you tweeted out that N-word not your homie if he eaten and he left you out. 600 likes, 300 retweets. Like goddamn, you're cracking.
A viral account.
I missed that Twitter. It was going up.
So you did.
No.
Oh yeah.
Some of it is him, some of it is not.
The rest was hers though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So funny.
I don't recall that though, for real.
Yeah. I mean, we weren't trying to throw you under the bus or anything. We were just reviewing it.
You got it's in the news. They got to get talked about, and then I'm ready to hurry up and get it over with because it came on my phone. I thought it was clickbait until like, you know what I'm saying? I heard it again. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, facts.
Yeah, I know they gonna come for me because the P face thing and the lucky shit. I'm already knowing, but
So he just states right there that he basically already knows that the content creators are going to come from him due to his take on the P-Face situation and the Lucky situation. Once again, he was adamant about the type of disrespect that he felt individuals making statements that was directed to disrespect another race. And so once again, you might have some blacks saying, hey, chill, man, you're not supposed to say this or whatever. I don't know what some of these dudes is going to say, right? But at the end of the day, man, you have to extend the same type of courtesy on any matter, not just the racial matter, on any matter that you want extended to you, man. If you're a type of individual that don't like to be woke up in the morning, then you can't go wake people up when they're asleep. So it's just all about, man, showing people the same type of respect that we want shown to us in the same type of situation, man.
hey, look, I want to know. Also, you said he put it up in real time.
Yeah, he had it saved. We pulled it up. Yeah.
Shit, I don't know. That's 11 years ago. I don't recall that, BT.
No, I feel it. It'd be like that because a lot of the old tweets people brought up of me.
And they deleted fast enough.
I'm like, what the fuck is this? I do not remember saying this.
Hey, Munchie, you better give a really good review of that Bad Bunny Super Bowl performance. That's all I know, dude.
We're gonna build that bridge
he's
back.
Still doing that? I thought they canceled him. No.
Nah, never that.
No, I don't recall that shit though. But
Yo, look at this tweet. Draco tweeted, "Stink team run LA." Munchie quotes him, "Shut up."
Damn, rest in peace, nigga Slim.
They putting up Draco tweets and shit.
Yo, you funny as
This
hell.
account was insane, dude.
Yo, I honestly, I might read this like a book
Niggas
tonight. I might pull up his Twitter account on my Kindle.
It's in my new product.
Hey,
He's like,
that nigga
Oh, yeah, literally.
niggas see yellow as fuck, but they got waves.
You brushing the wrong.
That's great.
Look.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, but either way, I apologize to my brown brothers, but I don't recall tweeting that.
That's right, Munchie. You see how simple that is?
Okay, so he just said right there, I don't remember tweeting that, but either way, I apologized to my brown brothers. So for those who possibly didn't catch that or whatever, let me just replay that again, man.
I apologize to my brown brothers, but I don't recall tweeting that.
That's right, Munchie. You see how simple that is?
So bottom line is, man, like I said, once again, it is very hypocritical in the event he did make those tweets and then he gets upset when people pretty much do the same thing directed at his race. We got to keep it real, man, in order to try to bridge the gap some, because somebody left a comment in my comment section a couple of days ago, and he was saying pretty much chill. He said chill. Pretty much, man, we have to keep it 100, man. At times, and I'm paraphrasing here, at times we do have individuals on both sides who have these feelings and who share these type of thoughts in privacy or sometimes on public platforms, right? So it is what it is, right? these once again, these tweets are from 2015, I believe. Yet and still, he said, "Hey man, I apologize to my brown brothers." You know, so in the course of 10, 11 years, you know, in the event he did tweet those, maybe he has elevated his, you know, his thinking in terms of being disrespectful toward other people, you know, specifically in this instance, the Raza. But there it is there, man. You know, you guys come to the final decision for yourself. I'm just putting it out there because I'm trying to be fair. I'm trying to show that, you know, I'm not just going to try to make a situation or highlight the mistakes of people just because they are Hispanic. And like I've said in the video or two, man, my thing is this here. When we make content, right, that's relative to California, and we are people from California, right, we have to all hold ourselves accountable. I don't necessarily think nobody, you know, Mexican or black, are responsible for the comments of Mexicans or blacks who don't live in the California community. If you have a dude, just say for instance in Ohio, make some statements out here about, he makes a statement about Hispanics out here, you know, maybe due to his feelings of a YouTube video that he saw, or he comes out here and he has an experience. You know, I don't necessarily believe every black is responsible for calling this man out, because this man is not a part of the community. And the reason to me that's important, because I believe as content creators and just people who consume this type of information, right, that's relative to the way we live and the places that we go, you know, like I said, I wouldn't happen to see some of these comments and these statements made by certain Mexican YouTubers who I have took to task if I did not watch their content. So when we are aware that our content is being by everybody out here, man, you know, I think it would just be better to make the content inclusive and free of disrespect. That way everybody could enjoy or watch it. You know, real quick, case in point, man, there was a disrespectful white YouTuber, and I was watching his content. You know, he did prison content. He said a disparaging remark about black people, right? And so he pretty much, I felt doubled down on what he said. And so I just stopped watching it. I just stopped watching the dude's content, right? We all know that there are going to be individuals who are extra sensitive and stuff, but if we look at everything fairly, and don't just get emotionally attached because a person looks like us, I think that would try to be better, you know. So like I said, once again, I check everybody's content out, and you know, so if the content is inclusive, then I watch it. You know, I don't mind hearing a story about, you know, where the brothers take the short end of the stick, or a brother was in the wrong. You know, wrong is wrong and right is right. And I think if we just happen to have better principles and morals, man, we can do a lot to bring down, you know, the tension between the black and the brown community, man. Anyway, you already know what it is. It's your boy 16 to life. Resume normal program.